The most dangerous moment to be short Bitcoin is when the market thinks the move is over, because Bitcoin doesn't need permission to go parabolic. It needs one thing: demand. And when demand collides with an asset that refuses to expand its supply, the only thing left to move is the price. You're waiting for Bitcoin to get cheaper while the system is preparing to unleash more money. Think about how backwards that is. Bitcoin just surged 23.5% in 1 week, its largest weekly candle since March of 2023. And now up to $1 trillion in Treasury liquidity could come flooding back into the financial system. That means more dollars, lower yields, more liquidity against an asset nobody can print more of. This is the setup Bitcoin was built for. And when unlimited fiat starts chasing absolute scarcity, Bitcoin doesn't politely move higher. It reprices violently. That's why $9 million Bitcoin isn't the crazy part. The crazy part is believing Bitcoin stays cheap while the money keeps multiplying. Because what just happened wasn't some ordinary bounce. Bitcoin exploded more than 23% in a single week, really within a couple of days, while billions of dollars came pouring back into the market. Wall Street Bitcoin ETFs just absorbed roughly $1.9 billion during their strongest week in more than 300 days. And the buying isn't stopping there. Strive just acquired another 1,110 Bitcoin for $81.5 million. That brings its total stash to 21,356 BTC. Strategy now controls roughly 4% of every Bitcoin that will ever exist. And now the macro environment is shifting underneath all of it. The US Treasury is sitting on an enormous cash balance at the Federal Reserve. If Treasury deploys up to $1 trillion of that liquidity through bond buybacks, money flows back into the financial system, liquidity rises, yields fall, financial conditions loosen, and scarce assets get repriced. We have watched this movie before. Bitcoin loves liquidity, but this time the supply side is completely different. ETFs exist now, corporations are stacking, long-term holders control enormous amounts of supply, and now even Robinhood is warning that more countries are about to start buying Bitcoin. America established a strategic Bitcoin reserve, and other nations are preparing to follow. In fact, more than 40 countries are already mining Bitcoin. Demand is expanding from every direction. Wall Street, corporations, billionaires, institutions, governments, all while Bitcoin keeps producing the same exact scarce asset on the exact same schedule. Tick-tock. That's the collision almost nobody is prepared for. Fiat liquidity can expand by trillions. Bitcoin supply cannot respond. There is no emergency Bitcoin printer. There is no central banker who can authorize another 10 million coins because demand exploded. There's only price, and price becomes the release valve when too much money starts chasing too little Bitcoin. $100,000 Bitcoin requires one level of capital, 500,000 requires another, and 1 million requires another. But once Bitcoin becomes a globally held monetary reserve asset, competing directly with bonds, gold, real estate, and fiat savings, the ceiling moves into another universe. That's where $9 million Bitcoin enters the conversation. Not because somebody picked a ridiculous number for attention, but because Bitcoin is competing for a piece of financial system measured in the hundreds of trillions of dollars. And the denominator keeps getting bigger. More debt, more liquidity, more currency, more buyers, same Bitcoin. The bears keep staring at the Bitcoin price asking, when's it getting cheaper? They're watching the wrong number. Watch the money supply, because fiat keeps multiplying and Bitcoin never will.